Installation video for model BR20RD5530NN HCS. Required container preparation prior to liner bag installation. It is absolutely crucial to keep the integrity of the liner. To do this, the container should be inspected for any sharp edges, protruding nails or screws, damaged floors, splinters, excessive rust, and other potentially damaging elements. Start by sweeping the container floor thoroughly to remove any debris. Tape the container floor to cover splinters or sharp edges. Patch the areas that are specially damaged with cardboard. Remove or hammer down protruding nails and screws. Secure the cardboard patches with a stapler. Caulk sharp steel edges on the wall by applying silicone. Securing the liner bag floor to the container's floor. Now, take the liner and without dragging it as to not damage the liner, roll it out instead so it can be fully extended onto the container's floor. To secure the liner to the container floor, use the factory pre-inserted strap on the second floor sleeve of the liner and tie each end to the floor container rings closest to the corners. To do this, pull out one end of the plastic strap, just enough to leave 30 centimeters or so out on the other end of the strap. Then, thread the long, loose end of the strap through the floor container ring, through the belt loops, and insert it back into the sleeve, all the way until it meets the other end of the strap. Notice that you can skip the middle section of the floor sleeve when threading it back to the other end. Once both ends are together, thread them both through the belt loops, through the floor container ring, and tie them. Make sure the belt is well tensioned before tying it. Remove as much slack as possible. The plastic strap is now fully inserted into the second floor sleeve and tied to the container floor rings. Alternative method for some containers with different anchoring points. Notice that the liner floor comes with two floor sleeves. Typically, the plastic strap is factory pre-inserted in the second sleeve as it matches the position of the floor container rings better. However, some containers do not have the matching floor rings for the second sleeve. In those instances, the plastic strap has to be pulled out from the second sleeve where it came pre-inserted and switched to the first liner floor sleeve. In that position, usually the containers have corner welded bars that can be used for tying the strap to the container, as shown in the video. Switching the plastic strap to the proper position, depending on the anchoring points of the container, is very important. Otherwise, the liner can end up too short or too long inside of the container. Hanging the liner bag inside of the container. Proceed now to hang the front end of the liner by taking the lower carabine hook and elastic in the vertical seam and latch it to the highest finger bag in the vertical corner post. Then, take the other carabine hook that is higher and latch it to the top container ring in the side wall as shown in the video. Repeat operation on the other corner post. Once the front end of the liner is hung, shake the liner from the loading port on the other end to let air into the liner in order to expand it for easier installation completion. Take a pre-measured stick of 169 centimeters and mark the vertical channels of the container. The top of the steel bar will have to be suspended at this height of 169 centimeters for the correct performance of the liner. Hanging the pull-up steel bar belts. Each liner comes with 2 pull-up steel bar belts with O-rings. Prepare them beforehand so they are ready when putting in the steel bar. Thread and fasten the belts with the O-rings as shown in the video. Erecting and securing the liner bag's bulkhead. Take one steel bar and insert it through the top sleeve in the liner's bulkhead as shown in the video. Once inserted, hang both ends of the steel bar in the suspending belts previously hung. Proceed to raise the steel bar to the indicated height of 169 centimeters, as shown in the video. Securing the steel bar so it will not slide. To ensure that the top steel bar does not slide down from the indicated hanging position, make a tie knot with the loose end of the suspending belt as shown in the video. Securing the bottom bulkhead belt to the container's door latches. Proceed now to put the middle bottom belt loop around the container bottom door latches as shown in the video. Tying the floor black belts to the container. Under the floor of the container there are 2 long and thin belts that are stitched apart and tied in bundles. Untie the bundle and extend the belt in a diagonal direction to one of the middle floor container rings. Tie the belt to the middle container ring with minimal tension as shown in the video. Repeat the operation on the other side. Tying the corner white belts to the container. Now, proceed to tie the loose ends of the corner white belts in the liner's floor to the container's anchoring points, closer to the doors as shown in the video. Pull from the belts before tying. Repeat the operation on the other floor corner. Pre-stretching the bulkhead. Pull the liner's bulkhead to the sides to ensure it is properly stretched. Hanging the top of the liner's bulkhead. Finally, take the top corner carabine hooks in the liner and latch them to the top container rings closest to the doors. Also, run the top elastic cord of the bulkhead over the top container doors latches, as shown in the video. Installation of the liners is finished. The liners are now fully installed into the containers and ready to be taken to the loading stations. Detail video on proper use of the steel bar straps to raise it to the indicated height. The hanging height of the steel bar is indicated by the label. The bar is very easy to raise with the pull-up belts. Applying the proper technique, grab one side of the belt with one hand and with the other hand pull down from the loose end of the belt while keeping the first hand fixed. This will raise the bar. Stop at the indicated height. Repeat procedure for the other side. Never let the steel bar rest on top of the O-rings. Finally, verify that the pre-measured mark is leveled with the top of the steel bar.